During the spring and autumn period, Duke Huan of the state of Wei had a half-brother named Zhou Shu. When their father, Duke Zhuang of Wei, was in power, he excessively doted on Zhou Shu, which led to him developing arrogant and unreasonable behavior. The senior official Shi Ke repeatedly advised Duke Zhuang, but his words were ignored. Before long, Duke Zhuang passed away, and Duke Huan succeeded to the throne. Zhou Shu frequently plotted to assassinate Duke Huan and usurp the throne. He befriended Shi Hu, the son of Shi Ke, who was not a good person and always gave him wicked advice. Zhou Shu finally found an opportunity to kill Duke Huan and declared himself the ruler. He not only indulged in lavish construction projects to build palaces for himself but also imposed heavy conscription on the already burdened people of Wei, exacerbating their suffering. The nation was filled with grievances, and the political situation became unstable. Some upright ministers secretly discussed the matter and planned to expose Zhou Shu's crime of regicide and usurpation to the Zhou dynasty's emperor. Once Zhou Shu got wind of this news, he became extremely panicked, fearing intervention from the Zhou emperor. Consequently, he immediately sought advice from Shi Hu for a countermeasure. Shi Hu said, "My father Shi Ke is very strategic and highly respected in the country. If we can get his help, things will be much easier." Zhou Shu agreed and asked Shi Hu to promptly return home and request his father's assistance. He promised to reward Shi Ke generously if he could help them get through this difficult situation. Shi Ke was an extremely upright person and had long despised Zhou Shu's actions. However, he was unable to stop him, so in a fit of anger, he resigned from his position and returned home. Nevertheless, he kept thinking about ways to deal with Zhou Shu and waited for the right moment to take action. One day, Shi Hu returned home as instructed by Zhou Shu and conveyed Zhou Shu's intentions. Shi Ke immediately thought of a way to punish Zhou Shu. He said to Shi Hu, "Now the people of the country are extremely dissatisfied with Zhou Shu because he has not gained recognition and support from the Zhou emperor. If he can gain the Zhou emperor's approval and support, things will improve. We can proceed as follows. Chen Shanggang, Chen Huan, enjoys the trust of the Zhou emperor, and his opinions carry great weight with him. Why don't you and Zhou Shu go to seek Chen Huan's help? If he is willing to intervene, the problem can be resolved." Shi Hu thought that this was a very reliable approach and quickly returned to the palace to inform Zhou Shu of the plan. Zhou Shu was delighted and immediately prepared lavish gifts for their trip to the state of Chen. Upon their arrival in Chen, Chen Huan captured them without delay and sent word to the state of Wei. Wei dispatched a senior official named Zai Chou to Chen to execute Zhou Shu. Considering that Shi Hu was Shi Qiu's son, Zai Chou intended to treat him more leniently. However, Shi Ke firmly disagreed, stating, "Many of the things Zhou Shu did were orchestrated by Shi Hu. A person like Shi Hu, who committed such a heinous act of treason, would forever be a threat if allowed to live." As a result, Shi Ke ordered his subordinates to kill Shi Hu. This idiom is used to describe the act of not showing favoritism towards one's criminal relatives to uphold justice and ensure they receive the punishment they deserve.